I woke up with something just super heavy on my heart. What's been going on in the country that I live in. I don't want to say around the world because it haven't reached around the world yet. At least we're not caught up with it in every single country. So I wouldn't say around the world, but for the few countries that are affected by this pandemic or whatever you want to call it, it's eye opening for me, and it's just been weighing heavy on my heart and my mind. And I don't want to say that it's not the virus itself that's weighing heavy on me. It's more about the control that government has on society is what's mind-boggling to me. On this journey of self-discovery, I've grown to really love to understand and to acknowledge my feelings and my emotions, because I've came to realize that that's what makes me the blessing that I am. That's what makes me alive. That's what makes me a human. So I don't like to discard my feelings towards anything. That is the most fulfilling part of being on this self-discovery journey, of discovering myself as a whole. I actually love it. I love that the thoughts came to me and I'm acknowledging them and I'm speaking on them. But one thing I'm not doing, and let me put that out there, is I'm not living in fear with this entire thing that's going on. And I don't believe in living in fear. I believe that's what they want us to do, is to be fearful. So you just have to keep faith at all times, and that's just how I am. So I'm definitely not fearful, just simply expressing the way that I feel about this all. And because we can try to downplay it and we could try to brush it off, but realistically, a lot of people are affected by this. Everyone have totally different situations. Not everyone is rich. Not everyone saved for a rainy day. Not everyone has no kids. You know, there's people out there right now that probably don't even have food in their refrigerator because they were living paycheck to paycheck. It sucks, man. It really sucks. And my heart goes out to those type of people, because I could only imagine. I don't understand and I don't know. I can only imagine because of my own struggles that I had to face in my life, and I know it's not easy. So imagine having to figure out where you're gonna get money from to feed 2 kids, even just somebody else beside yourself. It don't have to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Somebody else beside yourself is a lot when they depend on you and they can't work for themselves. You know, it could be like an elderly person. It could be your grandparents, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle. You know, so this is why I say all of this stuff was just coming to me, and these downloads kept coming to me, and I was just like, wow. And then the next thing on my mind was how ruthless this world is, man. Now, I'm not going to get into this whole political explanation of my personal thoughts against what's going on in the world right now. I'm not going to do that. This is just because it's mine, and I'm not going to put that out there for this whole big scene of thoughts from other people, because it's totally irrelevant. Your thoughts, I mean, what you think about it is what you think, and what I think about it is what I think about it. So this isn't up for discussion. So I'm not going to get into that aspect of it. But we can't turn a blind eye to the fact that these people have, when I say these people, I mean the government, have so much control. And I think that was the main thing that I was thinking about yesterday. I mean this morning. I was like, actually last night, this all started from yesterday because it was on my mind yesterday. That's why I think I woke up with it. So, I was thinking, I was like, man, these people have so much control. Just to think that there's billions of people around the world. When this happened in China, they were the same way. The shutdown, the lockdown, they couldn't leave their house. Now in the States, in Italy, lockdown. And I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it's the same in England. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But I know for sure China, the US, and Italy. Because Italy's hitting Italy hard right now. So it's just like, it's crazy to me how this thing really literally stop people, pretty much stop people from continuing with their daily lives. This isn't really something light. Things that a lot of us needed is temporary on hold, all because of the wickedness and the evilness of an individual or certain individuals. And it's crazy. Express a little bit about how it makes me feel, because at first, I'm going to be totally honest, I didn't have a feeling for it. I had no feeling for it because I didn't put too much thought into it. And I think now that I'm seeing the time length of how long these people, the government is anticipating, I think that's what caused me to kind of, my mind to kind of get going a little bit. I've heard not even 2 weeks. I've heard months. It's like your day-to-day life is put on pause, man. For me, is the fact, I think, knowing that I'm not going to be capable, or I'm limited to places that I want to go, or things that I want to do, because I have plans, I have goals that need to be put in effect. Just to see it at a stall, at a standstill, and you have no control over it, that is scary. That's really extremely scary, just to know that you're gonna be just stuck in the house, and for a lot of people, it's fun. You wanna know why? Because a lot of people aren't ambitious. A lot of people don't have no desire to elevate. A lot of people don't want to work. So this is the time for a lot of people to be happy and rejoice, because this is just right up their alley. But for somebody like me, I was once like that. I was definitely once like that. I used to sleep my life away. Okay? I used to sleep my life away because I had no purpose. I didn't know my purpose in life. I was depressed. I was angry. I was sad. I didn't feel like I belonged here. I had questions about life, about my existence. I didn't have any of that. And now that I finally gained I feel like I'm finally living. And I feel like wouldn't say taken away from me, because it's not taken away from me. I do believe this is temporary. It too shall pass, and it will pass. However, it's the period of time for me that I have to seclude myself, which means I have to alter my future goals, my future plans. That's the part that gets me. That's the heat, if you hear that in the background. Like I said, for some people haven't reached that purpose in life yet, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it, man, because I was once like that. I loved staying home and sleeping and doing nothing. And now I can honestly say it's not fun. And as much as I like to be home, you guys hear me talk about this introverted stuff all the time, and not being around certain people and just being by myself and being isolated. Yes, I isolate myself. However, I do that under my terms. Not because I'm forced to. I feel like I'm almost forced to in a way right now. And I'm not happy about that. It's like my brain already is thinking about weeks on end, and I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? I mean, there's plenty of things to do. So I don't want to say it's plenty of time to work on myself, because I do that every day. I do that on a daily. It's a part of me. It's a part of who I am now. I didn't need this lockdown, this isolation, this social distancing, this quarantine time. I didn't need it. I quarantine on my own times, on my own terms. I'm dedicated to my self-development every day. So I didn't need this. So now I think about, okay, what's next? What else? There's definitely no fear in me, in my bone whatsoever. Do believe, whether good or bad, every single thing that we experience is for a reason. Time is the master. Time will definitely tell. So we just have to wait it out. But the way that I see the world right now is definitely running rampant. Everything definitely changed. I feel it. I definitely feel the shift, man. Before I go, I want to say, if you're someone that's fearful of what's going on right now, and you're in fear, and you are scared, and you don't know what to expect, and you feel like the world's going to come to an end, listen. You gotta change your mindset, okay? That's number one. You gotta change your mindset. This is what these people want. These people they're powerful, but they're not powerful than my God. God is in control at all times. He sees and knows everything that's going on. So just don't be in fear. And if you watch the news, I believe we have to stay informed. Like myself, I happened to turn the TV on yesterday, and honestly, most of the times I either go on YouTube or I'm on Snapchat, and I get my information from there. But the TV was just on, and it was on mute yesterday, and then and I just happened to see the breaking news, and I was actually watching it. I was watching Trump. He was saying something, and it's okay. I don't think there's nothing wrong with watching the news to be informed, because we need to know what's going on. However, when you start to feel sucked into it, and you start scrolling on social media because you're panicking now and you don't know what the heck is going on, and you're like, oh my God, and then all you keep on seeing is more and more and more, and your mind is feeding into it, that becomes a problem. So I don't advise anyone to sit there and let their mind run rampant about the situation, because this is what these people want. Okay? Fear causes stress. You got to think about your health in this time. Don't take this being fearful on just a thought lightly. Everything is connected in one, okay? Your mind, your body, your soul, everything is connected. So think about your health first. You can't be fearful, because now you're going to be stressed out, Maybe you're stressed out about paying your bills. You're stressed out about food. You're stressed about anything. That should be the least right now. Your health needs to be A1, and that needs to be your main concern. Nothing else. And so that's just how I feel about quarantining. I'm going to try and use my creative mind and my creative abilities to come up with something, because I know it's there. Come up with something to do to occupy my time, and that's just all I could do at this point. This is a time that we need to spread love. No matter how you do it, just spread it, because love is the answer. Love is the only answer, and love is all we got, and love is all we need. All right, so y'all be safe out there, stay safe, and peace.